Hey everyone, it's Melanie Galindo here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to go ahead and click that little subscribe button. And if you are already a subscriber, welcome back to another video. So today I felt really inspired to go ahead and actually make this video that I've been thinking about for a couple of months now, and I actually should have done this in November, but better late than never. So today I want to go ahead and talk about how to manifest the things that you do want in life, and what I've done this year to manifest my dream car, manifest my dream apartment, manifest different opportunities that I've had come into play. And if this is something that you are interested in, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Or what are some of the things that you plan on manifesting for 2020? And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so just to go ahead and clarify, I actually considered on just reading from a paper, but I decided I really want to make this very transparent and organic as possible and honest as possible. So I'm just going to kind of go with the flow and just, speak everything that does pop up and come to mind. There are very, very simple, basic cores that I actually follow in order to attract and get things that I want in my life. So to give you guys a little bit of background about myself, I am 22 years old. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, where I was living not even a month ago. And I just recently moved here to Nevada, to Las Vegas, to go ahead and kind of pursue my career and definitely go ahead and keep on working with my company. And with this, there was a lot of opportunities. I wouldn't have left my family or LA if I didn't think it was a smart business move, but it definitely was. And because of this, it did lead me to go ahead and start, these different kind of flows that I have set for myself that are going to transition to 2020. But this year, well, let alone February 2019 to be exact, I did something that I think it is very crucial to, one, attracting anything that you want in life, and two, getting everything that you want in life, right? Because anyone can be here and sit here and say, I want to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire, I want to drive a Ferrari. But if you don't have it, actually, in my opinion, if you don't have it written down on paper, if you don't have a plan as to how you're going to get there, sometimes you don't need to have a plan, in my opinion. Like, you just need to have it down on paper. I've been fortunate that the universe does listen to me, and I speak everything I want and with such high intention. That is the key thing, just setting intention, that knowing it's going to happen, that it eventually does. Sometimes I get things that I ask for them, and then later it ends up coming true, and I'm like, maybe I didn't want this. But that's a good problem to have, and that's one of the problems that I have currently, is that I've just been asking for things and life is just kind of throwing everything at me. But I'm very appreciative, and this also has to do with one huge thing that I do every single day, morning, nights. I literally take an entire week sometimes to really plan this, especially in the beginning of the year, end of December, November, I start writing my next year goals. So this year on Valentine's Day, ironically, I wrote down this list of goals that I wanted for myself. So as of February 2019, February 14th to be exact, I wrote down 12 goals that I want for myself for this year. And then I also wrote about 9 that are long-term, right? The reason I think I have accomplished what I've accomplished, and the reason why I think I've gotten the things that I've gotten in life, is because I do this. I really dedicate the time to write down my goals, and I focus so much attention. And I actually just came across this notebook again while moving, and it blew my mind. And when I saw this, I was so amazed, and I was just like, I have to make a video about this. But because of the writing the things down, you're not just verbally vocalizing, hey, I want the new car, or I want the new apartment, or I want the new job. You're actually looking at it. I look at this pink notebook, and I'm aware that there's stuff in this notebook that I want to accomplish. So in my opinion, that's just not only just expressing that you want something, but it's actually visually putting the idea in your head. I want a white car. I want it to be 2020. I want it to be blah, 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 blah. once you start getting into very, very, very details, once you start actually visualizing, I spent this entire, year just visualizing, how does it feel to drive this car? And I would just do this randomly because in the back of my head, I know I wanted to accomplish this goal to get it. I didn't know how I was going to get it. The car that I was driving in the beginning of the year, it actually broke down on me, and I was Ubering for 2 months. I was driving a rental for 2 months. So in my opinion, I was like, this fucking sucks. But a couple of months later, I was blessed with a new car. So I want to read to you guys these goals. And again, like for me, when I research all the most successful people that I look up to, they always, always, always say, write your goals down, write your goals down. I'm just naturally in a habit where, for my job, for my career, every single night before I go to bed, 100% my goals are written down. And that's a successful action that I feel like it is in my life. And it not only just holds me accountable to hitting targets the next day, it just holds me accountable as a person to take a responsibility that I know I'm putting something out to the universe, right? Sure, I might not hit the exact target the next day, but I at least set the intention that it was going to happen. Once you set intention, things kind of just like the universe in a way just starts rewarding you for these things. But I want to read to you guys my top 3 goals for this year that I wrote down in February. It is going to blow your mind as much as it did to me. So my number 1 was I want to hit being on target to making 6 figures by 2020, which definitely on the, that's happening. 2, I want to own my own apartment by summer 2019 in WeHo, ? WeHo stands for West Hollywood. So obviously, like, it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, I am currently living in my dream apartment. I love my home. I think it's the coziest thing ever. It is so me. And sure, I might have not, manifested it by my target, which was summer 2019, or the same location. It still happened. And the crazy thing about manifesting things is you might not always get the exact thing that you asked for, but you will get something that's better, in my opinion. For me, I probably would not be able to afford an apartment like this if I lived in WeHo, and I would think spending that much money on an apartment would be dumb, right? So with this, I don't feel guilty about, the living in a nice apartment. It's a luxury apartment. I don't feel guilty. It is me. I walk in here every single day and I'm just like, it is my place. It is my zen. So that got accomplished. And then number 3, which is the craziest thing ever. And I was really shocked when I actually read this, when I found this notebook again. And I call this my magic notebook. I postulate that every single thing in this notebook is gonna come true. I'm just putting it out there again. But it says, I want to own a white C-Class Benz by November 2019. So when I read that, my mind, it blew. It kind of, it was the proof is in the pudding. Like, this actually works. I got a white 2020 Benz by November 2019. So it is something that it was literally accurate to date. And when I wrote this goal down, realistically, was I in the budget to get a Mercedes? Absolutely not. I was living in LA, so the insurance itself would have been crazy. But I know that it's something that I wanted. And for me, everything in life that I want, I get because I do things like this. I put it out there and I want it bad enough that I stay up late and I just think about it. When I was manifesting this car, I would drive my Jetta and it was white, and I would just picture, look at the freeway, but picture me driving a Mercedes, right? So that is the power of manifestation. That is the power of just making everything that you want actually happen, and everything is possible. I'm a firm believer that in life, the first step to getting what you want is deciding that you deserve it, right? For me, I work hard. I do everything I need to do. So the universe rewards me. I do my good deeds. I wake up every single day and I help people. So the universe pays me back in return. And I also have set high standards. And now I know the formula for my life that works. If I write my goals down, it works. At one point, if I look at it, I'm going to be looking at this enough to the point where I know all of these things are going to be accomplished. Sure, they might not be accomplished within the first year, right? Some of those things that, you know, like I want to have an online store by 2020. That's definitely not happening, but that is a plan for me to do by mid 2020, right? So now I know that is something that it is possible. I want to have $20,000 followers by 2020. I'm halfway there, you know, so we're not there, but we're in the road to getting and hitting these targets. So in my opinion, the biggest way that you can get anything in life, anything in life, is by writing your goals down, setting yourself accountable, and just visualizing it already happening. You know, you visualizing being in the car, visualizing being in your apartment. I literally spent months looking at how I wanted my, like, you know, on Pinterest, how I wanted my apartment to look. And I had boards on boards on boards on boards, and I want this and I want this, and I want it to look very posh and very chic and very clean. And you know, that's what my apartment looks like right now. So if you just start focusing on all of these things, if you're at a job and you are not hitting the targets, write your goals down and do this for 21 days and kind of see the drastic changes, and really set intention into what you want for yourself. And do something like this, you know, get a notebook that you can hold yourself accountable. Like this notebook is filled with, you know, I love being rich because, right? It makes me feel great because I was born poor, but I know I'm not gonna die poor. So just do little affirmations like this, and trust me, like once I started doing this, like this entire year has been the craziest year for me. And I think I deserve everything that I've gotten, and I'm working even harder. You know, that we get these targets and we create new ones. So just keep in mind that writing your goals down is drastically going to help you. I manifested my dream, you know, career, my dream apartment, my dream car, simply, in my opinion, by writing my goals down. And this is what separates successful people from unsuccessful people, because successful people actually have a plan and action. And trust me, like you don't even have to have this figured out, but you plan on figuring out eventually, or you plan on having it happen eventually. So that's the key, in my opinion. But I hope you guys learned for something. I just wanted to go ahead and just jump on here really quick to give you guys a quick little encouragement. Just write your goals down every single day for the next month, and I promise you, you're going to be flowing out energy to the universe. And eventually, if you do all the right things, it's going to flow back to you in crazy ways. I know it definitely does for me. And you also have to, most important, believe that the universe is going to do that for you. Right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat. The biggest takeaway: write your goals down every single day. Look at them. Hold yourself accountable till you actually make it happen. And like always, everyone, you know, comment down below. Actually, like, let's set your first goal right now. Comment down below what one of your goals is for 2020, and just, you know, look back on this video whenever you feel uninspired, or you want to go ahead and, you know, you're not on the target. Just look back on this video to kind of rekindle, and you look at your comment, and, you know, hopefully that'll push you a little bit and, you know, get you to write your goals down. But I hope you guys picked up a thing or two. Like always, my name is Melanie Galindo. I really want to impact billions of lives in my lifetime, and I hope I impacted you in some shape or, you know, or way today. So don't forget to subscribe. And like always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.